every fight and sometimes make you want to quit and just end your life. He says you're a hoe and even says it twice. Has you thinking you're the kind of woman he could never wife. Like you're not worthy of him and his empty eyes. Only wanting sex because his love can be incentivized. Now you're having trust issues with every guy. What's going on, Bigfoot world? Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit late. Get my mind right, get my coffee together, guys. It's been a long, hard week. What's going on? First thing first, guys. Let's get it started. Mom, we got more than 3 inches of snow. But you know how it is, guys. What the hell? Is there commercials on here? I'm gonna have to take care of that shit. But I think we got about 5-6 inches of snow out there, Mom. Guys, can you hear me? Can you see me pretty good? I need some thumbs up out here before we get started. We're gonna do this solo, just me and you guys tonight. I'm looking gangster today. Nah, we just in the snowstorm right now. I hear you, SoCal Forest Ninjas. What's going on, Brian? Thanks, Darlene. At least somebody's letting me know what's going on. Man, it was bad. It was a bad drive to work this morning, guys. There's so much snow out there. Well, it rained first. It was like a rain, sleet, ice, and then the snow hit and everything just froze over. I had to drive. I was the first one out on the highway. No salt trucks. It was nasty. Man, it was so scary. What's going on, Mary? My secret admirer, huh? I look like Snoop Dogg. Maybe I should have to take the toboggan off. Yeah, it was an ice storm. It's nasty. And we're supposed to get hit again tonight. I got to run home, ride to work and this shit. Alyssa Parrish, what's going on? My man Gene. He playing with the power box in the basement. It's hard to tell what's going on with him. He might have slept in. I'm good, Jerry. I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. I got a little list. I got a list today we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get some shit going on here today. I'm just giving everybody time to get in here, get caught up with me. Saying I keep repeating myself. My man Bigfoot Trey, what's up? What's going on, Mel? Thanks for joining in with us. It's like a blizzard now. I know it's on its way here. It'll probably be here within an hour. If it's in Uniontown, Mom, it'll be here soon. I ain't trying to drive in that shit again tonight, and I can't afford to call off. It sucks. It sucks. Working sucks, guys, in a snowstorm. Rebecca, okay. Welcome to the Golden Crew. That's what's up. Thanks for joining the team. I do got a few behind the scene videos of going in, everything setting up. And man, this last trip, I got some shit to talk about that I know you guys do too. How's life in the US? That's about it. You said it. Life. We living. You better go to work. I mean, I am. I have to. Been there for a while. That's what's up. Thanks, Krista. From West V, you're only next door. And that's another thing brought to my mind. I'll be picking somebody here soon to hit to the woods. Somebody that's a member and they're in the area and they want to get out there and see what's going on. Kathy, Harden, Lou, everybody, we're going to get to this book. I know you ain't get it yet by now because I just sent it. Matter of fact, we'll just get the book out the way now. I didn't get the chance to say it. There's a lot of things that hit me this week. And when I did make an attempt to go down to the post office and send it, and I didn't have enough to cover it. So I said, hell with it. I threw the books in the backseat of my car until I got paid. And once I got my check in, and then I had to get it sent out. So it is late. My apologies. There's a lot going on. A lot. But guys, I know most of you guys were wondering about my gram. Thanks for all the prayers that you guys sent on Facebook. That meant a lot. And I want to tell you a story about that before we move on to the video, about the video. Um, what's going on with my gram? Amazing thing happened. Whether the family realized it, whether anybody realized it, but amazing thing really happened. She went to the doctors and she just went in for a checkup, and her doctor seen that her body is building up with fluids and retaining a lot of fluids. So she made her go to the hospital. They called an ambulance to the doctor's office and they shipped her to the ER. So everybody went to all the family met up at the ER. And they did some blood work and ran her tests, and then they went and took the CAT, put her through the scan or whatever, the CAT scan, and they seen that she had a clot in her lung. Her arteries, one of the heart main arteries or something like that, had a clog in it, and they want to put the stents in, go in and put new stents in the top of her heart, and try to find the clot in her lung. So then they scheduled it for the next day. They kind of rushed the surgeon from Pittsburgh to come to Uniontown to do the surgery, and they rushed her in. They got it in there, and well, I'm leaving some parts out now. In the meantime, all the family was on Facebook, like asking for prayers. Everybody was praying. I mean, a lot of people prayed for her from my page, her page. There was a lot of prayers that went up, and I thank you guys a lot for that. But when she went into surgery, right, she was in there for a while, for hours, and they couldn't find the clot. She didn't have a clot there no more that they seen on the CAT scan. Her everything looked all right. It's like everything fixed itself, and that shit was amazing. They couldn't find it. They're looking at it. They still have it on the CAT scan, but when they go in to retrieve all this stuff and they put the stents in anyway since they was in there, but at the same time they couldn't find the clot. There was no clot when they was looking for it. So they stitched her back up. She's in rehab right now, and like it's not a nursing home. She calls it a nursing home. She hates it. She hates to be there, but it's like a rehabilitation center to keep an eye on her, see how she's doing. But it's an amazing thing that one minute she has this blockage in there, and they got rush her to surgery, get it cut out, and they can't even. There's not even a block there. It's like it's an amazing thing. So prayers do work for those that don't believe that really happened. That's a true story, and I'm glad to be there to witness it. You know what I mean? That's an amazing thing and a good feeling. But that's what happened with my grand. That's what I've been going through with this week with her is like a nightmare. I thought I was losing my grand. She thought man, she was even talking like, this is it. She signed the do not resuscitate. It's like, Graham, why are you doing this? She just kept saying, I just want to go home. I'm tired of suffering. And that was painful in itself. So that tore me down. Like, damn, guys, pray for my Graham. She in bad shape right now. But when she went through that surgery, it's like overnight it fixed itself. And that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. Prayers work. There's a lot of power in prayer, and that's proof in itself. But guys, that last video of me and Fred out there in Bigfoot, we're going to the maze, but coming out of that maze were the last two videos, and a lot of you guys seen it. Shirley, thanks, Shirley. That means a lot. But the last two videos. Now the one where I zoom in, the blob squash comes in on top of that crest. A lot of you guys seen it, but when he come in, I was all watching on video. I wasn't for sure because the sun was coming setting, and it came in. I thought for sure. I just looked up there. That blob wasn't there, and then I climbed up on the pile of rocks, and I looked up, and I zoomed in on it as far as I could. A piece of shit camera. We're gonna get to that, but I zoomed in on it, and I knew it wasn't there. That I can't make out what it is, but I knew it wasn't there. So, and it's like I got zapped. All of a sudden, I got zapped because I'm looking at it, I'm making out something's moving up there, and I'm looking through the lens of the camera, and I can see it. 1 second, it's like a whole all black mass coming down on its left side, and then it pulls his arm out enough to where you can see the light going all the way through. And then that's when I knew for sure that it was something up there. And then all of a sudden, I turn around and say, Fred, look at this hole. It's got a tree going down to it. It's got the rock blocking the cave. Let's check this out. Like, I just pointed at this Bigfoot and didn't go check it out. I just turned around and pretend like I didn't zoom in and point it out on. It blew my mind, guys. I seen Colorado Bigfoot do that exact same thing. He would zoom in on that Bigfoot, and then all of a sudden he turned. Well, he even said, "I'm gonna go check it out," and turn around and start talking to his friend about a structure. It's like they got this way to zap you. It's amazing. But guys, you got it. If you didn't see them last two videos, check it out, because I pointed out and everything. I zoom in on it. You can see him moving. It actually looks like he turns sideways a little bit, and he steps out a little bit more. And then as he's standing there, you'll see another one come out to the right, just poke out and show itself. Like them are the 2 day watchers watching that spot that I was standing on. I got to go back and check that out. I'm going probably tomorrow or Sunday, and see if we can check see what's hiding behind that tree and behind that big ass rock. But I'm telling you, they definitely. I think I got zapped because I knew it was a Bigfoot up there, and then I just completely turned my back on it and started filming this hole and what was going on with this hole and talking to Fred. And then another thing, as I'm walking back, leaving that area, walking back up towards Fred. Well, Fred's up on this corner of the mountaintop over here. The Sasquatch is standing over here to my back right over here on the top, and I'm down at the bottom in the rock. And I'm telling Fred to come down here and look in there when I turn my back on it. But after that, Fred won't go. He like didn't feel like walking back down and then back up. So as I'm walking back up to Fred, I hear it take off across the whole top of that mountain. And then I said, "Did you hear that run across there? It sounded like a big bird." Like, why the hell would I say a big bird? Why? I don't understand to this day. A big bird just ran across there. That thing had my mind so scrambled out. I watched that video like 20 times and couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. What was I talking about? Why didn't I walk up to check that thing out? It's like, why didn't I even try to zoom in more? It's just it was crazy. That was a crazy video. For you guys that missed that, definitely go check that out. The last two videos that I did. And that's what I made up my mind. I'm working on getting a freaking better camera, a better zoom camera. I need a better zoom camera for when Bigfoot season comes in. I'm saving now for before spring gets here. It, I'm definitely gonna get one. I don't care what it takes, what I'm gonna have to do to get it. I'm getting a better zoom camera, so when I do see another blob squatch, I can really zoom in on everything. Darlene, I don't know what it was, but it's like they scramble your mind the word. It's weird. It was just weird. Ball cap with a cam inside. That's a good idea, but they leave off that sound. Pam, I understand. It's coming. It's definitely coming. You're gonna get that book. And another thing for those that didn't order that book and want to read it, Real Clef Mama is working on a digital copy right now online. So by the time you guys get this book, by the time I send it out, she'll have that done and send me a link, and then I'll get you guys the link to that whole book. I should have just did that at the beginning, but I didn't know nothing about it or knew how it worked or none of that shit. So I just did it the hard way. Am I blocked or can someone see this? I see you, Chris. You're all good. And figure out that camera for your back. Put some oil on that chair. I hear you. It's old. I need to get a new one. I need to upgrade altogether. A whole life upgrade. I'm working on it though. 2020 is my year, guys. It's gonna be a good year, without a doubt. It has to be. Deborah, I have no idea. It's gonna be me and you guys tonight. You gonna send me one? That's what's up. All right, Pam, I got you. I'll be here. Thanks for watching. You thought it was his butt. I seen them comments you've been making about Fred looking like a Muppet out there. He was out there in the freezing cold, guys. I mean, it was freezing out there, and he walking around out there. He got a coat, but he knew he was gonna be in the holes and shit, climbing down in the holes, and he didn't want to mess his new coat up, so he left the coat in the Jeep. And he said, hell with it. I'm just running around like this. He's running around in a t-shirt, climbing in holes and shit. It's like, you're fucking nuts, man. But he don't mind getting in the holes, as you guys seen. If he sees a hole, he climbing down in it. You need Cookie. She's here running around. It's hard to tell, Nancy. Man, Jerry, you had to feel how cold it was, and we was all over that mountain. We was all over that mountainside for hours. I know he was cold, but he just kept it moving. He kept going at it. He's in training for the Polar Bear Club. Man, he's doing something. He's nuts when it comes out there in the forest. He'll get into some holes. We got a plan here coming up on another. We got somebody that has a cave out on the property, and they think something's going on. There's always structures appearing at the mouth of the cave and bones going through the entrance of it. I'm gonna get in there and check that out before somebody seals that shit up. I got you. I'm going to the area where I seen the three-toed tracks. I'm going there now. Now that there's snow outside, I'm going up there now. I'll be going up there throughout the whole year, though, but I'm definitely going up there now to look for some tracks. This weekend, I'll be up there. Why that mountain has a lot of snow up there, I'll be up there. Was there a lady in the woods hearing you? You mean this last time out? No. Just Fred's girlfriend was out there with us. But them sounds was crazy. Them sounds was really crazy. It's beautiful up there in the snow in the wintertime. They're stuck underground, pay it forward. They're up there. They're running around. They got to come out and get them deer and shit. Eat. They're up there running around. I'll find the tracks. Do you think they will attack, or are they just as curious as the Bigfoot? That I can't answer that. That's hard. I think it's all on how you approach them. If you get a chance to approach them, it's how the situation's going to play out. If you go in there shooting at them, you're not going to walk out of there. I can tell you that straight out. You're not going to make it out, especially if you hit one. There's more than just one. Believe me. If there's one around, there's three more to back him up. And I've learned that from being out there for years of experience. I'm telling you, if there's one, there's three more standing there watching. Chris, there's gonna be a lot more camping videos. Jeffrey's actually trying to get me out there now in the cold, in the spot that he been messing around with. But I'm not trying to get sick. I can't afford to get sick right now at all. I got to keep these bills up. He will get in some holes. He don't mind. Right, Jerry? There's been many cases where they've been shooting at them. They see a couple and start shooting at them and shit, and go back to the cabin, and the cabin just gets destroyed. They're lucky that they walked out. I gotta go do some housework. All right, Shirley. Thanks for hanging in with us. West Virginia. They're all through the mountains, all through the Appalachian. Man, these mountains are. If you look at the Bigfoot sighting maps and look at Pennsylvania, there's more dots on that map than a little bit. I mean, it's just littered with dots of sightings. This place is polluted with them. What's housework? I hear you. I gotta do some housework too. I gotta steam my carpets. I gotta get this shit together, but it's coming. Everything's coming. And then there's more hiding that you can't see. And right, that's what I was saying, Jerry. That when you see one, there's at least three more watching and got his back, and they will jump on you. You injure one, the rest of them will get you. Don't never shoot at them in any way. Don't even come at them aggressive at all. If you do come get lucky and come across an opportunity to end up face to face with one, the last thing you want to do is come off aggressive because he'll win. He'll definitely win. What's going on, Rodney? Just made it on here. Thanks, man. What's best for cleaning walls? Girlfriends. But unfortunately, I ain't got that privilege of having one, so I gotta find out a little technique myself and clean my walls. But I hear you, Chris. Thanks, Pamela. That means a lot. It definitely does. It definitely does. Sugar soap? What the? No, don't use sugar soap. You'll have every ant in the neighborhood knocking on your door. Use sugar soap on your walls. You try to set somebody up. Sugar, what? It's sugar soap. Is that a thing? You can buy that? Or you have to mix it up? I never heard that before. Thanks, Sam Squatch. Mr. Clean Easier. If you got Bigfoot, you got Dogman and others. Man, there are creatures out there that I don't even know. It's a crazy world out there. Oh, you buy it from the hardware store? See, I never heard of that shit. That sounds like you're setting somebody up for some ants, piss ants out there. The four globes, not too much. You clean your walls with it before painting. No ants. That's what's up. It sounds like it will draw some shit in, but I ain't trying to paint them. I'm trying to clean them. Man, painting all this house. I don't own this place. I just want to clean it up. Get ready for some spring cleaning. Hopefully, this is the last snow we get this year. I'm ready to get out there in the forest, guys. Donna, you get a chance, go back about 20 minutes on this video and you'll hear about that book. TSP. What's TSP? It sounds like a commercial. Bleach. Yeah, I hear you, Gene. Bleach and water. But then it messes up my dog's sinuses and shit. She's a little chihuahua. So I gotta be careful with the bleach. Vinegar spray. Yeah, I know about that vinegar. That shit eats anything. Oh, Joe, I'll never do that. Never in a million years. That'll never happen. I know the outcome. Said that shit just ain't happening. Killing. That sucks. Why would you? Clean walls before you paint them. TSP. Yeah, you know me. You down with TSP. I never heard of sugar soap either. Nope, Jerry, I never did. Hot soapy water is better than anything. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm just probably going to use some regular old soap and a little bit of bleach and scrub them down. That's all you can do. And how we talk about cleaning houses for anyway? We ain't here to talk about how you clean this or how you make that. What's going on, Bigfoot world? This is Bigfoot world. I mean, we talk about anything, everything, but guys, we got some better shit to talk about than scrubbing some damn walls. What's going on? I'm distracting you. Are you flirting, Shirley? If you're going to paint, I'm not painting. I'm not painting. I'm just watching Big Mouse World. Good Morning Vietnam, right? That was a good ass movie. I miss Robert Williams. He's a good dude. Let's get back to the list. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I forgot about the list. Where I leave off at. Yep, the video. Definitely check out that video because I got his ass on film. And if you go back to the last two, the second to the last at the end, you'll see that it wasn't up there. And then go to the last video of this week, and you'll catch him up there. I zoom in on him and everything. I mean, it don't get better than that. I'm waiting for the screenshots on that one. You guys, you are slacking. All right, that I got that. We talked about the book. I got the money. It's coming. I'm shipping it out. Guys, the kids, the powerful duo. The kids just did a funny ass video, and you guys got to check it out on Powerful Duo. What the hell was it called? Shit, guess the taste challenge or something like that. Check that video out. It's the funniest shit. It got Money Mike in it, and there's like couples versus couples, and it's got my two daughters together. It's got Mike and his girlfriend as a team, and it's got Jeff and Kayanne as a team. And it's funny as shit. It's the funniest thing. For one, it's good to see all my kids together having fun, laughing, and but and in the content of it, it's the funniest shit that I've seen in a long time. Mike ends up getting egged. The loser has to get egged by the winners, and Mike just wasn't. I think they played him. I think they kind of cheated a little bit to make Mike lose, but you guys got to check that out. It's funny. Powerful duo is funny as shit. It, you'll see what I'm talking about. One of the I'll tell you one thing. One of the challenge or one of the taste is a taste test challenge, and one of them are a banana and a condom, and Money Mike got to taste it. That's Jeffrey's asked for that, but it's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Mike, or Jeff does it to Mike's girlfriend, and Mike's right beside him, blindfolded, and Mike was first. Jeffrey rammed it down his throat, and he said, like, what the hell is that? What you doing to me? We're brothers. I just died. Mike got funny jokes. You never know what he's going to say. So Jeff moves over to his girlfriend and rams it down his girlfriend's throat. And Mike's over there, he says, bro, I swear to God, if you're sticking something down my girl's throat, okay. I just laugh. I laugh. I still think about that shit. Laugh. You guys got to check out and watch that video. That powerful dudes. They're coming out with some crazy content. You gotta watch that video. You'll die laughing. It's just some of the shit that Mike comes off with, and Jeff got him doing. It's funny. They're funny. And then Mike actually stands there and let them egg the shit out of him. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You don't want to see him up close, Kathy. It's intense, scary, and it happens quick. When they finally step out on you, it happens so fast. If you ain't looking, you ain't gonna see it. You subscribe to it, Powerful Deal. They're funny. They got some pretty good content. But that last video they just did, the taste test challenge, that was funny. That was funny. Mike thought he got something in his mouth he wasn't supposed to. It just was good. What's that? I wasn't reading. I was telling the story, KT. I didn't see the question. Let me check you out. If it's about that book, I hear you, KT. What is it? How did you get so stuck on top of the rocks out there? Were you following a trail? I think that happened after you saw the big moving stuff. Oh no, I was following my way. I was following down this trail of rocks, and that's where it ended up coming out. Like I came out to a rock face on that last video, and it's like because at first before I went out it, I said, "Well, you never know till you go," and then once I went, I said, "Oh damn, I guess I found out what happened with it." But then I ended up getting stuck on top of that rock face. That's just how it ended out up on top of there. And then I had to slide back down off of there. That's how that last video started. I was about to fall on my face. Kirk Douglas had the longest earlobes I've ever seen. What the hell is that? I don't think they like any people. They're just curious of people. Yeah, Mike definitely could. That's Mike's favorite hobby is lifting weights on a regular, all day, every day. Mike's lifting weights. You see that in the video. He's getting bigger and bigger every time I see him. So every time I see him, I got punch him in the throat. Just say no, that'll jack him up. Don't ever get no thoughts in your mind. You gotta keep that fear in them, or they'll think they can whoop your ass. You gotta, no matter how big he gets, you gotta keep him in check. Mike's funny though. Jeff is too. I got some good kids. Nancy's nickname is Annabelle. That's not a good nickname. Are you going back out to Bigfoot World on Sunday? I don't think it's going to be Bigfoot land. I want to go to the cave this weekend and check out for any three-toed tracks, see what's going on, anything changes up there. And then I think that'd be on Saturday. Sunday, I want to go back down into the ravine and check out that cave, that rock that's covered up that cave. I want to see what's back in behind there, see if we can find a way in there. Right, Kathy? That was one of the funniest things on Jeff's video. That was good content. It kept you interested the whole way through. It kept me laughing. Wonder what he's going to say next. I have no idea, Willow. I still ain't reached her yet. I ain't talked to her in months. Oh, Sheila. I need to, though. I kind of miss her. We definitely are. We are, Kimberly. Fred already said that shit. Did you see the camp spot? That's where we used to camp at down in there on that rock. We used to camp, put a tarp up over that rock that's sitting on top of the boulder, and right up, not even what 100 feet up the bank, they built that big ass structure. So now they can sit there and watch us the whole time we're on. They're preparing for us. That's a move to watch us for sure. It's like a fallback because there's a rock there. If you notice that's blocking that, they can go behind that rock and watch us. Or if we catch on to them behind that rock, they can fall back to that blind. It's like they're building fallback spots. Them guys know, them Bigfoot know what they're doing. But they're definitely getting ready for us. It's like they know us. They got us all figured out. So now I got to do something where it'll throw them off a little bit. It's gonna throw them off. I'm going to definitely get me a better zoom in camera. I was sick because I zoomed all the way in on that Bigfoot and I still couldn't make out what the hell it was. It just looked like it was 1,000 miles away. That's my goal. I'm getting a better zoom camera. I have to. The other camera I have, it's got real good zoom, real far zoom, a big lens, but the voice keeps cracking out on it. It's like I can't win for losing. It's one or the other. You want a picture, you want the sound. It I can't figure that shit out. Where I did my lighting? Always picture tent. They will come. They definitely will. We put that to the test in Bigfoot land. They come every time. Right, pay it forward. They're that's what people don't understand. They're not animals. They're so intelligent when it comes to living and surviving in this world. I mean, even just staying so docile like that is intelligence in itself. To stay off a radar like that for so long, so many years, but it's getting to the point where they can't hide anymore because we're so overpopulated. We're pushing in on them. They're pushing out on us. It's only a matter of time before we start bumping into each other. Oh, Mike's on here. Which Mike? My Mike? Money Mike? Where's Jeff should be on here too. I do need a drone, Scarface. I really do. I've been saying that too, but I'm gonna work on the camera now, and then I'm gonna get a drone next after that. They outnumber us. They definitely do. Well, if you look at the world maps, they got more land than there's so much unpopulated territory out there that they run more percentage of the world than we do. That's without a doubt. All through Canada, the whole upper part, they run a lot. I see Money Mike's on there. I was just talking about you. It's about that time for they get that throat punch. Real Clough. I don't know. There you go. This ain't a dating site. Go to the rental place. For what? A camera? No. I tried that shit once. I went to rental center and got me a fucking what was it? Like a Nokia 1200 zoom or some shit. It was a $600 camera. I was excited. All these extra lenses came with it and everything. I brought it out. It wasn't no kind of action cam. It made all the humming sounds every time I zoomed. It was just garbage. So I ended up taking that back. It just sucks. I'm gonna get one. And dust under the bed. I hear you, D. Any dust under the bed. I got you too. That's funny. Mike getting caught. Don't you have to take your mom out into the woods on Sunday? Yeah, actually. What's up, Mom? You ready to hit the woods? Oh, I know, Chris. I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing. What Miss Audrey say? Miss Annette. He done forgot. I did. I'm sorry. I mean, there's so much going on. especially between work, everything. There's life and life terms and getting to the woods. It's like I give up on everything and just an effort, and I just went to the woods. If shit gets harder to go to the woods, you'll forget everything. Yes, I still inbox. What did I miss? He's not reading Miss Audrey. What Jeff and that has the GoPro you can have. I have a GoPro too. I have a GoPro, but it's just video. It don't have audio, and you can't zoom in on anything like that. I'm gonna get me a camera that you can zoom in on. It got some zoom. I want to zoom in on the other side of the planet and see whatever's standing there. What's going on, Tim? I'm good, Kim. I'm good. I'm better. I was planning on it, but wasn't planning on all this snow. I see. I told you. We can go sleigh ride, Mom. We can get out there. I'll get Cookie to pull us around on across that mountain. We'll go out there and sleigh ride. Look for Bigfoot. Yeah, Money Mike up there talking shit. Money Mike doing Money Mike. You know how he is. Damn, I was just looking at me on. I look high as shit. Squinting, looking at you guys' comments. It's like, am I going to go 5G? Shit, I don't know. Not yet. No time soon. I hear you. There's a smoke break in there. I hear you. I'm going with you. If I pull the sled, it's all mountain. We can just slide right down get dropped off at top and just meet me at the bottom. Meet me at the bottom. We're going sled riding. Yeah, it is radioactive. That 5G's messing people's brains up. Somebody blowing up my thug life. Blowing up my shit. What is high? The sky. Oh, wait, it's high. What? Yes, I am, Tim. That's the first trip out coming up. Gene, you're crazy as shit. It's a good thing this ain't kid friendly. Guys, if you got your kids watching, you might not want them to watch. I'm a bad influence on kids. Ask my kids. And that send Jeff a PM. You mean Tylenol PMs? You tell me I need some sleep? This Bigfoot fart. I'm sure. I hate to be around when he does. I seen some of his logs out there in the woods. They're not little. It looked like he been tampered with. I mean, them things are like 2 foot long, 4 or 5 inches round. I seen some big ones out there. Look like humans, except supersized. Technology to see through walls and more. Pay it forward, they already do that. You'd be surprised what the military got access to do. Anywhere you're sitting in the house, they can just look through your walls and see where you're sitting at, what you're doing. They have that shit. It's probably our heat signature, but they still got it. It's a mega shit. It definitely is. and is planning on going 5G around September, which is scary to me. He doesn't believe it's harmful. Time to do his research on it before he does it. He took the red pill in the Matrix, right? Where's Brian is quiet at? Yeah, he's up there flirting with my mom. That's where Brian is. I see him up there. You will later when you blow my shit up. Oh yeah, I know. I'm glad he's not. It's hard to tell. He was out driving around in this shit. He was at my house 6 o'clock this morning, picking up Can from work and shit. Oh, you're my stepdad, Brian. That's funny. Smells like a skunk mixed with ass. That sound like a Bigfoot. Like rotten earth, wet dog. It's like a few things all together. Brian probably getting a lot of snow up there. Right, Pet Ford? I was thinking the same shit. They put their movies out. That's one thing I did notice. It seemed like I put it to the test. What's going on in today's movies 10 years from now is what's going to happen in life. If you go back 10 years and watch the movies from 10 years ago, and that's what's going on today. Exactly, verbatim. It's mind blowing when you really sit down and start paying attention. It's crazy. It seemed like during the 10-year gap, what's playing in the movies, like the basics, whether it's end time shit or war scenarios, 10 years ago, whatever was going on in the movies back then is going on today. Whatever's going on today is going to go down 10 years from now. And it's been going on like that forever. Assume the position. Yin's still crazy. What's going on, Sandra? You guys are crazy. It was a nice, calm day out there, Lauren. But once we got out there on that side of that mountain, the wind was just whipping down in through that valley, and it was rattling everything around us. It was kind of frightening out there. It seemed like some of them trees was getting ready to come down, but it would come. It would come in spurts. It wasn't like a steady wind. It would blow through for like a minute, bad. It would like tear through there, and then it'll be calm for a little while, and then it'll come again. You'll hear it coming, like, and just blow through there. It's crazy how it's going on. It was coming in waves. That helicopter, the guys, I don't know what the hell that was, but as soon as we got down at the bottom of that ravine, that's the same exact spot that the Blackhawks started circling around on us. That's why I automatically assumed that it was a helicopter, but it started on the ground. That it was sitting on the ground and it just started to take off, and it kept getting louder and louder. You could feel the vibration in your chest, but we never could see it. It never took off. It's like it just stopped. It was the weirdest, craziest sound. There's always been some nut shit out there, some nut sounds going on out there. I got it. I don't know what it was, but it sounded like Blackhawks, like a whole group, a whole fleet of Blackhawks flying through. We just didn't see them, and it sounded like it was on the ground, and it started. It was just weird. That sound was weird. The feeling was weird. It's like, damn, this is deja vu. Are they about to come down on us again? I want to get down into the cave area by myself and go through there, like sneak through there a little bit quiet, see what's changing, see if I can sneak up on some shit. It seemed like a lot happened in that cave area when I'm by myself, so I want to get in that area by myself, and I probably get further in the hole down in there where it got that rock blocked up. I'm gonna get him out there and get him down in there and see what's in there. Because it looks like they're blocking that for something. They're blocking that for a reason. It's possible, Christopher. It was definitely loud, but it sounds just like some helicopters on sitting on the ground, starting their propellers up, and it kept getting louder and louder. You should try a camera mounted on your back. I guess I could do it with the GoPro. It ain't got no audio, just videos. I could probably do that. Tim, I have no idea. I guess I think they're all different prices depending on what type you get. I'm gonna look into them once I get this camera situated. I want to get a better zoom camera. Be sure to check on Sheila. I definitely will, Willow. They follow us lately when we went into Bigfoot land. It's like they follow us in and they follow us out. They're following the whole. They're watching us the whole time. These last couple of trips, they've been watching us the whole time. Not by yourself. That's you get a lot more activity when you're by yourself. So I definitely want to check out that cave by myself, and I'll take Ferret in the hole with me into the other spot. I know, I know. I need something like he got, John, but he probably got some money tied up in that shit too. A good camera is like 600-800 bucks. So it's going. If I start working on it now, by the time spring gets here, well, it's almost here, but I should be ready for one. I know Bobcat. Nobody did on the second wave yet. That's what I was telling them. If they go back to the beginning of this Friday Night Live, they'll hear all about that book. She should be, Tim. I couldn't tell you, but I haven't heard from her in months. I would like to know the same thing, Maggie. I would wonder the same thing. That's what keeps me coming back out there, because I know there's something going on. They're doing something. It went from like 50 to 60 degrees at all year long. It'll stay at a low, cool temperature, and then they sealed it up. It's even still stayed at a low, cool temperature. They restricted it. It became 90, 100 degrees down in there, steam blowing out of it. They something changed in there. They did something happened, shift, something. Something's definitely going on down there. Missouri, when it's warm, it's got to be like April, May, June, somewhere in there. We'll hit Missouri. I want to head down Missouri, just so we ain't out in the cold when we're out of state. It gets cold in Missouri. I hear you. Not a good idea to corner them in the cave. You see, that's just it. They like rarely ever ever go underground without more than one way in or out. they won't allow themselves to really be trapped. And if they do, that's far few and in between, and they probably think that you'll never find that spot in a million years. So they're confident enough to go in and lay in a one-way cave. 9 chances out of 10 that there's more than one exit in underground where they hang out at. They're not dumb by any means. They're not dumb. And it's harder than you think to corner a Sasquatch. They got fallback points just so that don't happen. If there was fracking in the area, there is a lot of it. Take a cordless drill and have a damn, I lost it, and have a saw and cut a hole in the front of Gene. It's federally restricted, like Area 51. Actually, it is Area 51 state game land, but it's restricted. Well, it was a state game land, Area 51, until it became restricted federal land. I haven't been out there yet. I've only been to the ravine and the maze. And the maze, they're done. They got. I think she's done with that maze. She's not going in there. I don't know if she's going in there or not, but you guys seen every time I've ever when it's from the time I found that maze till now, there's always been a doorway structured up in front of the entrance of that maze. It's crisscrossing. It's just it was always barricaded up. Now, if, from going up there, I noticed something was different. All the barricades are laying down, ripped down that she had layered up going into the maze, and then the entrance of the maze is completely smashed down, broke up and smashed down, left on the ground. That's that was an amazing show of force, but it's also telling me that she's done with it. She's done with that maze. I don't know if the baby's old enough and she left and went back to the joined up with a tribe or what's going on with it yet. But she's definitely moved. She made a move. She's not staying in that maze no more. Once I seen she did that, she tore up the whole area. Everything she had built up, it's all she just knocked it down. It's everything's destroyed. That just tells me that she definitely completely done with that maze. I mean, I'm still going to check on it here and there periodically to see if there's any changes going on with it. But I think I think she's done with that maze. Are there any cams? The government cams still up? Yes, they are. Yep, they are, and there's a lot of them up there at that cave. They're on each other. Like there's a camera here facing the hole, and then there'd be on the other side. There's a camera facing that camera, and a camera facing that camera. And I counted like 10 of them. At first 10, there's 20. When it comes to the government, they cover the grounds pretty well, and they're all up like 20, 30 feet up in the tree. So if you get one, you got to get them all, and you're not going to get them all. So they know what they're doing. That's what I think too. Pay it forward. I think she's done with that area. The baby's old enough. She moved back in with the tribe, but I won't know for sure till I see her over there with them on the other side of the ravine, on the other side of the mountain. One stick of TNT that'll do that, melt the cave. Yeah, that also caused that bitch to cave in. Right, Brian? That pyramid shaped rock on top of that boulder. There's just so much going on in this world. It's crazy. How in the hell did that rock get up on top of that boulder like that? And then there's the big pyramid shaped rock with that gigantic tree pulled up by the roots and the root ball sticking up 20 feet up in the air. That shit's amazing going on up there. They're doing some things. That's just like a show of brute force. The power that it took to pick that tree up, thousands of pounds, and put it up on top of that rock like that. It's like, wow. That's amazing. It's just amazing to me to see that. That's like a display of how strong they are. Maybe that's showing other male Bigfoots, this is my territory and this is what I can do, type of thing. What I got out of it. 15-foot Bigfoot. That'd be terrifying. Woodburger Farm got pyramids. He probably does. Who said that? Maggie, you're right. You're right, Maggie. From what I understand, you're right. You could definitely be on to something. What's Bobcat saying? I double dog you to ask Siri, is there a lesbian Bigfoot? That's funny. Where is my phone? Hey Siri, do we have lesbian Bigfoot?
Okay, I found this on the web for Do We Have Lesbian Bigfoot? Check it out.
No, lesbian biologist. I guess that's something. But she looked for it there. He does. I got an elongated skull, alien out of in the open. That's a good question, Tim, because them some of them boulders that I seen stacked up on top of there is a few thousand pounds. A human couldn't even rock it, not alone lift it up that high. And we're out in the middle of a forest, miles out in the forest. It's just it's mind blowing how that thing got up there. To even think the strength of what it would take to lift that, it's you'd have to lift up thousands of pounds, and that'd be even hard for a Bigfoot when it comes down to it. It's make you wonder, how did that rock actually get up there? I wonder if they're getting outside. Oh, yeah, I read that. Someone's mother-in-law. The rocks at the maze look perfectly square. They, I think they're ancient ruins, and Dean pretty much sent me enough evidence. Dean Harris sent me enough evidence to say that they're definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, ancient ruins. Some of the carving and writing in that rock, he matched it up with the Mayans writing going on, the paragraphs or whatever. It's definitely some old ancient Mayan, Sumerian. It's something old. I don't know how old, because I'm not no geologist or none of that shit, but it's definitely old. And I'd like to get somebody down in there that knows about that shit to check that site out, because it's definitely without a shadow of a doubt. See Dean right there, he knows his shit, and it's definitely. He sent me pictures of actual Sumerian paragraphs or hieroglyphs or whatever you call them, and pictures from my video of them rocks and carvings on the rocks, and it's identical writing. It's mind blowing, identical, and from other parts of the world. And that's another thing that was a fascinating. Alien technology. Right, John? And these trees ain't really, he ain't little at all. Ain't little. The Anunnaki. We've been finding stove carvings in Colorado that go back thousands of years. This planet is old. Is a lot older than people think. And all over the world, I can prove it. Right? I know you can, Dean. You done proved it time and time again. I don't know how many times. Definitely did. I like to get somebody up here to check that out. Based on sound. Yeah, good, Mom. Callie has been showing some videos and some stone carvings just a few miles from where in Colorado. Hmm. I know what you're saying, Pat Ford. I understand completely. And it's definitely something going on up there. The History Channel used to talk about how Egyptians and other have visited America. Even Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is old, old. It's one of the first states or whatever, cities, whatever. I often wonder if you're somewhat in danger with the missing 411, the disappearances. Um, I'm not. I don't know how to answer that. The 411, I follow it. I watch it all the time. I don't know that it's the Bigfoot that's doing it. I mean, they're the one that's getting the blame for it. I've also seen other things, not in real life, but like videos and shit like that. When it comes to the things to eat humans, so to speak. I'm not sure it's the Bigfoot that's doing it. There's thousands and thousands of kids coming up missing in every city, every county, every year. Like thousands and never found, never heard of. Bigfoot's not coming into a city and taking these kids at all. Sasquatch language things using resonating sound and low frequencies. I believe that too. I believe they hear outside our range. Like I said that before. I think we can only hear from like 20 to 20,000 megahertz. I think they got a wider range and can use a wider range to where we can't even hear it. I understand, Dean. You're definitely on to something. You definitely know your shit without a shadow of a doubt. You done proved that too many times. You must have farted on it, Gene. Your mic ain't working. Probably farted on it and broke it. The missing 401 is more common than you think. I wonder if outside forces like the rock movements are related. I don't know, Tim. I do know about the reptilian and all that, Dracos and all that, the subspecies. I understand all that, and who's to say it's not them? Take it easy, Judy. I mean, you can't just point the finger at one species and say it's them doing it. It's the Sasquatch doing it, making everybody disappear. But is it them really? Because I don't see Sasquatch coming in the city, taking them, and thousands of kids, making them disappear. I mean, granted, there is a lot of missing that do happen in forests, more than it should be. But who's to say it's Bigfoot? Who knows? You got really have proof before you can point the finger at something. Listening, could someone please write the physical address, the P.O. box, because the address I wrote, the post office number, it was not an address, it was probably me. Huh. That's weird. Betty, after this live stream, message me on Messenger and I'll send you an address. Cause I've been having a problems with that PO box. I've been waiting on a package since the 21st of last month, and it's saying it's lost in Pittsburgh somewhere, in transit in Pittsburgh for like the last 7 days. The ghosts are acting up again. Oh, that's another thing. Something happened this week with the ghost. Something happened enough. And Cookie's over here laying. But I got a little safe here on the side. And my buddies was sitting over here. We were sitting here talking, watching videos, and all of a sudden there was like drumming going on this, like my tin box over here. It's like, damn. I looked at him like, you hear this shit? He says, yeah, what is that? I said, it's playing drums. And I was looking at it, watching it, and I said, stop. And it got louder, like, so I grabbed the box and threw it underneath my desk. I said, stop. And I started standing on it. And it just quit after that. But when they left, like hour and a half later, Fred and his girlfriend come. They're sitting here, and I was telling them about Roger and them was sitting here, and we was watching videos, and tapping started going on my can. And as I was telling him what was going on, there was a glass sitting back there. Well, it's over there. You see that heater, that chair with the heater? Well, Fred had a glass sitting there on that chair with the heater. And while I'm over here telling him about what happened with this drumming, something started ting, 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 ting on the glass back there. So I spun around like, what the hell? And you can see the water like waving from the tapping, ting, 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 ting. I said, yeah, it was doing that. Now stop it, grab it, get it off of there. I was freaking out. It's making a habit of doing this shit. It's picking up. The ghost here is just like messing with me. They're always messing with me. There's definitely something going on here. Now, Brian, it's not Bigfoot. It's definitely a ghost. They shut my doors and shit, open them like that. My bedroom door right now, it's shut. It was wide open when I started the live stream. Matter of fact, that was just now wide open when I just looked out there to see what that sound was. So in the last couple minutes, my door just shut. It could be your Bigfoot friend. He falls, yeah. No, it's not Bigfoot. Betty Knox. Listen, man, I've been following that story. I know that story because only for the simple fact, Betty Knox, whatever that is, Betty Knox, like when she lived at the bottom of the mountain that we explored. Damn. We ain't allowed to talk about Betty Knox. Are you done? That was crazy. My computer just started freaking out. That was crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on. Wow. No, it's my computer just didn't. Right as soon as we start talking about Betty Knox. But Betty Knox, we explored that whole mountainside. She lived at the bottom of that mountain, and she used to travel with ox. She used to grow goods at the bottom, and she would take her goods and load them up on the ox, and that logging road that we travel on. She used to take that logging road all the way up to the other side of the mountain, up to a powder mill, and trade her goods and travel back. Her and her dad used to do it for years, 30, 40 years. Her dad passed away, and she kept on doing it. All right. And she'd load up her ox and walk that trail. She'd leave in the morning and walk back in the afternoon. Well, and yeah, I do watch porn, Tim. You'd be surprised. But that ain't porn on here. No, hell no. I don't watch porn on my computers. I spend too much money for that. You get me sidetracked. What was I saying now? You completely got me off track, Tim. What the hell? Betty Knox. All right. And when she travels that road at night, somewhere along the line, she came up missing. Zap. She came up missing and shit. And they sent all these search crews for weeks looking for her. That searched in that whole mountain. They could never find Betty Knox. Still to this day, they never found her. Um, in the area that they searched over and over again, 3 or 4 times they searched. They found Betty Knox's tree ox tied to a tree, but they never found Betty Knox. And they done searched that ground over and over again, and they never found Betty Knox, but they found her ox tied to a tree. And the thing is, when me and Fred was sitting down on that ravine, sitting down at the bottom on the ravine, just bullshitting, listening with our surroundings, we heard chains rattle right behind us, like it was Betty Knox with her ox. It was freaky. It was terrifying. I was so scared. I was scared to look at Fred to ask him, "Did you hear that?" It was like right here, right in between us. I had a feeling that if I would turn and look, it would smack me with that damn chain, or it was scary. But we do research where Betty Knox went through there. That pretty much is Betty Knox, the land of Betty Knox, and enough stuff happened in that area to say that something's going on in that forest. We all witnessed trees banging together, no wind, no nothing, just two trees just crashing together. And I told him, let's turn around, let's leave this, and let's go back to camp. Because I was getting freaked out. I never seen no shit like this. And we turned around to head back to the tent. 2 more trees just started banging together. Nothing there, nothing around it. It just freaky as shit. We ran back to the tent and never came back out rest of the night. The next morning we came out, packed up, and filmed on the way out. Like, guys, I'm done. We ain't doing this shit no more out here. We experienced some crazy shit. I think that might have a lot to do with why it's that game land, why you're not allowed there after dusk, from dusk to dawn. You're not allowed in that forest. I mean, there's definitely some rules that you got to go by that avoids what goes on after hours. We're gonna get some night videos in. I'm just trying to wait till it warms up a little bit more. Once Bigfoot season hits, I'm gonna be out there day and night. Believe me, I've been ready. It's just every day. If my gram ain't messed up, if the roads are messed up, it's just I can't win. One of these days I will. I'll be good here soon. As Betty Knox, you hear him out. Nah, I ain't messing with that shit, Dean. Brian. I ain't messing with that. Not by myself. I'm here by myself. I ain't enticing no spirits. Enticing. I'm not messing with them. What the hell? I hear you in that. Superstition. You gotta see this shit. It ain't superstition when you see it and it's going on all around you. Maybe I used to be superstitious once upon a time, but when it's in your face, it's not superstitious. It's something in life that's going on that we just don't understand what it is yet. I don't understand what it is yet. Yeah, Brian, I work nights, but not every night. I got what days do I got off? Sunday and Monday is my day off. So I'll be doing some night shit on Sundays and Mondays once it warms up a little bit more. How many Sasquatch have I seen personally? Shoot. I couldn't even give you an answer on that. Since I've been doing this, a lot. I see a lot. I say I couldn't answer that. It's not different ones. I've always seen like the same tribe. I go to Bigfoot land in the ravine, the maze. It's always the same ones. It's never different ones. I go to the what is it? The waterfall area. I've only had one sighting out of there. Well, no, two, counting Mike because it's kind of the same mountain. I had two come down and try to take Mike on that mountainside when I first started. So I seen a lot. I seen them a lot. More than 10. My man Vince. He been hiding out on us, just laying back listening. He ain't talking to us no more. Hell no, Brian. I ain't leaving this on all night. I know, Dean. I'm seeing some shit too. Going to work early in the mornings, throughout the night. I see some crazy shit out there. It's like they're doing a lot of moving around at night. Gene, we on Friday Night Live. You talking to me on live, not on Messenger. Trump Space Force. You never know. You should see mine. I've got 5 clips. I'll check them out. Right, Tim? Right, Vince? I'm going to get him in this one hole that I don't know if he's going to go in there. He seemed kind of nervous the last time I tried to get him to go in. But we'll see what happens. It's up and talking on the mic, Gene. You must have messed something up. What do you think Bigfoot is? Fallen angel, demon, old school caveman? Shit. I have no idea. I think it's a species in itself, and they've been here long before us. Possibly, theory. It's just a theory. Possibly, I think they could be the mother of us. They can trace the female all the way back to one. I think that's the mother side of us, and in the beginning, and then an alien father came down and did some shit and came up with us. I think that's a good, strong possibility that they're the missing link. All the way from Australia, Susan. People of the forest. You're right, Vince. Pay it forward. My computer is acting up today. I don't know what's up with it. It's morning. It's night. It's at 8:35 at night p.m. here. It's coming, Tracy. I promise you, it's definitely coming. A lot happened this week. It's coming, Tracy. Science experiment, you think? Think it's like a super soldier or something? No, they definitely. I don't see him ever. I don't feel afraid of him. I mean, I take that back. Let's see. Like when I'm out there around them and they're doing their thing, they're making sounds, tree knocking, wooting, talking. Like that don't scare me. It's when they stand out, they come out and stand out, and they let you see him, and that's what scares me because you don't know what he's up to, why he let me see him, what brought him out, what did I do wrong that brought him out. That's when the fear sets in because they don't want to be seen. When they're seen, it's like I feel like if they let you see him, you're not getting out to tell about it. That alone scares me because that's just not their MO to come out and let them see you on purpose like that, or let you see them on purpose like that. Kimberly, you'd be surprised who reptilian hybrid out there in this world. Pay attention to the ads in the news and all the politicians. Check out them reptilian eyes. Everyone in the higher ups got it. I seen it. I seen it for myself. Right, Tim? But the only way you're ever going to find anything out, get to the bottom of shit, is to go out there and get it done. Get out, whether by yourself or with somebody. The only way you're going to find out is to go. Audrey, I want to take it. I want to take them some gifts soon. It's just I ain't ever had the funds to get shit together to even. I'm gonna get some shit together. Right now, all the bill. It's the beginning of the month, and all the bills are going out. So I haven't really had the funds to get them anything to get them some stuff up there. We got about 8 inches of snow. It's getting bad out there, Gene. Audrey. I've worked through all the proof. Oh, I know, Gene. Dean, you definitely do. Good night, Annette. You think I'm ignoring you? You have a good night, though. I'll be on there blowing up your village here soon. I bet it was, Kim. That's cool, Jerry. Big, Colorado Bigfoot, he knows his shit when it comes to them structures. He definitely does. Pat slow ass. Gonna say it gets. I hear you in that. I'm gonna get you back. You said we called a truce. We ain't gonna blow each other's shit up no more. Wake up and drink some more coffee. I'm up. I see. I hear you in that, Romeo. In that, you ain't going nowhere. You're staying right here, hanging out with the Bigfoot world. Get those likes up. They're good. Even the one dislike, that's all good. What I lie about in that? 1 billion years ago, the insect ruled the earth. Reptilians ruled the earth. Now it's our turn to rule the world with elusive ancient beings. Yeah, you're right. And it might not be a good thing. No shit. What happened? What I do now that? I kept blowing your shit up. I'm sorry. But sometimes it makes you blow it up. You can't choose on some of them. Do you think our wooded areas in our suburbs have eyes, etc., between Dallas? I think they've been doing it since the 30s, making these reptilian hybrids. Maybe even before that. So it's hard to tell how many is out there. It's some shit going on out there that people just don't understand. And even talk about it, to say something about it, you're crazy. Like Bigfoot used to be, when you used to go out and say, I just seen a Bigfoot. He was standing there looking at me. Everybody thinks you're crazy back then. But now it's coming to the point to where people seeing that there's something out there, there's something going on. They don't look at you like you're crazy anymore. And I think these reptilian hybrids are taking Bigfoot's place. I can't stay. My son is coming in from. That's cool, Kim. That's what's up. I'll definitely check you out. I'll have some videos coming up throughout the week, so definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. Almond eyes are like praying mantis. Yeah, they say there's a lot of species of them, different species of them big black eyes, like the grays. There's different types of the grays. The praying mantis type, like you mentioned. Thanks, Susan. It's cool. It's cool in that we are having fun. Why don't you have some good snow boots? I got some good Jordans. A white dog, man. That'd be crazy to see. I seen a white Bigfoot this year for the first time ever. It was big and white. No, actually, I can't say that. It's probably the same one. I seen a glimpse of one before, but this time the big white one that I seen streak across there when I was into the woods with them, that thing was huge, and he stood out like a sore thumb. I don't know how he hid so well. He was solid white. He was huge, and the speed that he had for his size, it was a blur. When he stood up and jetted across that rock face and jumped like 20 feet to another rock, and then down the backside, and he hollered at us like he stumped his toe when he went down and ran off. It was crazy. It was definitely crazy. I hope I am not on. You're on, Kathy. I see you. That's cool, Dean. Was it sure was it Fred taking a dump all white? Nah, Fred was out there with us. He was standing in the group with us. Fred, Mike, Chrissy, and Deb. Deb was back there talking to a stump. When all of us seen that Bigfoot run across there, she back there. She would have seen it too if she's up there with us. Right in that. They carry some crazy diseases as we carry diseases. We can give them back and forth. It goes both ways, but I think who's to say some of these viruses didn't come from them. That coronavirus is set into a heavy populated area and starting to wipe some shit out. Man, China, and then now it's over here. Where the hell that virus even come from? They starting that depopulation shit or what? What's going on out there in this world? I don't. You just gotta be careful. Bigfoot with VD. He's out there giving the clap, passing the clap around. Another hoax. You think it's a hoax, or is it like a war tactic? It could be staged. I seen they've been doing that shit a lot too. Right, Larry? SARS is a hoax. I've been watching. I've been paying attention. H1N1. You're right. Nat the cat. They've been doing that since the beginning of time. Overpopulation. You think? I don't know about that. Pay it forward. Check out the Georgia Guidestones. That's already written in stone. Do your homework on that alone. They just put that freaking cube up in there after the Georgia Guidestone's been there for a decade. Then they just recently put that cube in there with different letters on it. And then they had a guy climb up there, take it out, and roll it. Whatever it landed on, I guess that was the way we go. But they want to maintain the world under like 500 million in the world. They've been pushing for the New World Order, and that's all I'll say about that. Check out the Georgia Guidestones. But it seemed like when you talk about it, that's when things start happening around you. So I don't want to go down that road. Do your own homework. Wake up, people. I have no idea. Who said that? Where is it? Brian, you would be the one saying that. And where everything is right now as we speak. I know you're right. You're right, Gene. Even Bears. Vince, he's always listening. Always, no matter what. That's why you gotta watch what you say. They even got Walmart underground. Yeah, Gene, you're on to something. Walmart's gonna be something in the future. Check out the secret chambers under the Sphinx. That's what Dean was just talking about. There's a lot going on. Walmart works for the yep. They have Walmart FEMA camps. Yep. That's what I was saying. And that guys, you gonna get me in trouble. We gonna stop talking about that shit. But it's all true. It's all true. If you get a chance, check out Phil Snyder. He he did a seminar, and when he was done with that seminar, he went home. The next day, they found him with a piano string tied around his neck from the back, and was declared what is it called when you kill yourself? Suicide. They declared it suicide. Check out Phil Snyder. Check out his thing that he did. It's a fascinating story, and it explains a lot. Dave Hodges. I definitely will. Definitely will. They eating rats too. China's diet is very different. They got some great food though. They mastered the taste buds. When it comes to cooking in Chinese, their food is amazing. Japanese, they mastered the taste buds. Yeah, you seen that, Lauren? When he went down in that basin to lose, it blew off his hand. He said one a reptilian rubbed his chest, and his laser shot out and man blew him open. It burned his toes. His feet are black. His hands, it was like that. I mean, and his finger, the one finger he got is all burned up and black. He's got some crazy proof of what he backs his shit up. What he says, he got something to back it up. Check out Phil Snyder. Wisconsin just had their first case of coronavirus. Yeah, it's been going on, man. It's just, I just hope it ain't an outbreak, some crazy ass plague, some 10 plague shit going on out here. I ain't ready for that. Camel toes or moose knuckles. Hey, Brian, you're in that. Thanks, Wild West. Right, Audrey? They talk about some crazy shit. Is it crowd control from the government of Japan? Um, I don't know. I heard a few different things on that shit. I heard it was attack on them because they wouldn't agree to do something or something, one thing or another. But it's just weird that how they're one of the most heavy populated countries, and they're the one that the shit got hit on first. Now it's going to start spreading like wildfire. They closed all the bats up behind those doors. Man, it's hard to tell what's going on. Jeff, your groom. Oh, yeah. Okay, Gene. You guys are going to get me in trouble talk about this shit. Kill them and burn the bodies. Hey, you guys been doing your own homework, I see. Freemasons pay for it. You talking about the Georgia Guidestones? R.C. Christians, the Rothschild. Right in that, you need to make a mustache a little longer on your side. I need to do something. From Graham from Texas. Where's she at? I ain't see her. Oh, I see her now. There are looking people up in there. Yeah, quarantine them for 2 weeks or something like that. The new Virginia governor is on one of the yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to try to do that. It's There's more to that, though. Brian, there's some shit coming up. That Bigfoot season's coming up. When everything starts warming up, they're moving around mating. You're going to see some crazy shit this year. I'm going to be out there ready for it. Thanks, Wild West. That Dorothy, I don't know if it's Mother Nature, but there's definitely something. Definitely something. When are you going to get some good food in the house? When you gonna come up and bring some in? The phone. I know, Annette. I know. We have cities under. Yeah. The Colorado airport's gonna be the base, home base for the New World Order. Now I'm done talking about that. Actually, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and probably cut it off here. Get ready to take a nap for work. Got Canada's gun back in the 80s. Brian, we can definitely make that happen. Hit me up on Messenger. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to cut it short, guys. Before I go, definitely check out Powerful Duo, their video. And if you guys didn't read the description in the bottom, if like I said, I'm serious about getting a better camera, better zoom camera. If you guys want to help out, pitch in on this little project I'm working on before the season gets in here. I left the link to the PayPal in the description down there, and more detailed reasoning about it. Definitely check out the PayPal if you guys want to help out with that. Either way, I'm gonna make that shit happen. That's a mission. We need a better zoom camera to get up close and personal. Other than that, guys, thanks for the good night. You guys definitely put me in a better mood. I've been down and out this weekend between my gram surgery and work and driving in these damn crazy ass storms. It's been a long week. But until then, guys, stay tuned for the next one. Brian, did you just call me Fred, you asshole? I still love you, though. Bigfoot World, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Who said that? Barbara, there's a link in the description down underneath the video. Just click on the PayPal, and anything is appreciated. And if you have problems with that link and it won't let you go through, just hit me up on Messenger on Facebook and I'll help you out with that. How about a wrench? What I need a wrench? What I missed? I was trying to end this, guys. Keep hearing shit in my hallway. Gene want to get some chicken wings at Walmart. That's cool. All right, Bigfoot World. Somebody want to be a moderator. And now we ain't talking about no catfish. I'm done getting catfish. I'd rather be single than to go down that road again. Thanks, Orlando. Cookie's right over here sleeping. Thanks, Linda, Audrey, Brian. Call in. I got you for today. Oh, Blue Ranch for all. You guys want to be a moderator? I got you. Good night, Bigfoot World. Stay tuned for the next crazy ass adventure. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. You have a good one.